My platform as Miss Teen Essence 2011-2012 is juvenile diabetes. How I came to choose that is because I looked at different kind of things. I said cancer, that's home because my aunt was diagnosed with breast cancer. A lot of different kind of things, mental illness and child abuse, but I was always really intrigued with diabetes because my grandmother was diagnosed with diabetes, and I remember growing up, all I ate was sweets, candy, no type of vegetables, no type of food. And my mother and everybody used to always joke saying, Jamilah, you're gonna get diabetes. And it's not funny, but I guess it was kind of a scare tactic. And I remember me being a freshman, my freshman year. Normally everybody works for Parks and Rec Summer Youth, which is basically, something that my father, and the people that work at the city of Wilmington, they give a chance for children to start young, because normally when you're 16, that's when you get a job, but when you're 14, you can work for Summer Youth. And I remember I wanted to work at a summer camp where I get to do this, and I wanted to do that, but I was actually placed at the the Diabetes Association, which is the big corporation, and I was actually working there as a 14-year-old, so I was organizing everything, and I was like a little business person. I had to dress up, and I would get the chance to dress down on Fridays, and I just remember that was a big thing, and I got to learn a lot. So when they came around, they said, well, Jamilah, what do you know the most about? What's personal to you? And I said, okay, well, diabetes. And it also hit because, growing up, my grandmother, she was overweight. She was home most of the time. She raised 9 children. My dad was probably the most successful out of them. And up until like 2 years ago, I didn't know my dad had a different dad. I said, Dad, well, maybe it's something in your genes. And I just remember, me getting her lunches for her. Me having to assist her with pricking her finger, because now they have different types of new things that you put up. Back in the day, you had a little gun, you click it, it'll prick, and then she had to squeeze. I still remember you squeeze the blood and then you put it on a little thing. And I just remember that constant, consistent thing that you have to keep doing. It's like you have to worry about what you eat. Okay, well, how much is in this? How much? And it's not a painful thing. It's not painful or like cancer, like when you might lose your hair and different types of things. But it's just that constant worrying, and it can be avoided. And a lot of times it can't, because it'll run in your blood. It'll pass down through generations. I know that it's very prone to not catch it, but it's very prone for it to be in your blood if you're African American. So that's a lot of things. That's something that a lot of people don't look at. So I remember I contacted the Juvenile Diabetes Association, and we spoke, and I was going to actually hold a walk for Cap Calloway, my school, but during that time I was extremely busy. So that's one of my plans, to actually get back in touch with them and hold that walk, because my principal of my school has diabetes. A lot of people have diabetes. One of my closest friends, Rebecca, she has diabetes, and it's just it's tough to see, especially when a child has it. And it's one thing for an adult to have to worry about this and do that, because they're older, they're adults. It's easier versus a child. Everybody else might go out for ice cream and cake, and everybody else is eating all the sweets, and then you can't have it. Or everybody, you might forget to check your blood pressure, and it's a problem. And then you have to care. You don't want somebody to have to constantly go through that. And that's something that touched me, and that's why I chose to do juvenile diabetes, and that's what I chose to represent.